Turks and Caicos Islands, the ideal vacation spot, with beaches offering soft white sand and water yielding shades of blue and turquoise. It's hard to go wrong planning a vacation here. Coming off our first visit, I want to share with you what we would do differently if we could do it over again. My goal is to help you narrow down your itinerary while making the most of your stay and money. Welcome to the channel. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Chelsea.
Today we're going to share how we spent our week vacation in Turks and Caicos.
Where we stayed,
Beaches we visited,
transportation,
food,
and budgeting.
including the price breakdown. In addition, we're going to address what things we would absolutely do again and what we would avoid. All right, let's get right into it. To initiate the booking process, I used my Chase Ultimate Rewards points via Chase Sapphire Preferred Credit Card to fly our family of four for free. The soft cost, 150,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points, but saving us nearly $2,000 in cash. With limited Airbnb options, we ended up booking a home in the Blue Hills community on the island of Providenciales. The cost, $1,050 for the week.
To ensure we had viable transportation during our stay, we searched on AutoSlash to book the most affordable car rental. AutoSlash utilizes travel companies such as Priceline to search the best rates available for your selected dates. You can reserve your car rental with no payment until you arrive. Our total cost was $409 for the week.
Now, the last thing I wanted to book was something fun to do for a day. With budget in mind, I did some research on excursion options. Now, as much as I wanted to book a private charter for one day, it was not going to fit our budget and therefore off the table for us. I did, however, book what turned out to be a great decision, a water taxi with Caribbean Cruising, specifically round-trip ferry tickets from Provo to North Caicos. Just keep in mind, you also need to book a car rental for the day. This allows you to explore North Caicos as well as Middle Caicos. The cost for full day car rental and tickets, $290. All bookings accomplished.
Flying into Turks and Caicos, it was breathtaking. It just kind of set the expectations for the week of how great it was going to be for us. And from there, we got a bite to eat once we landed and got a good night rest for the next day.
So we woke up early the next day, and that's part of the reason why we need to get extra rest, because I did book that water taxi. Now, we had to drive with our car rental. It took about 30 minutes to get from where we were staying at our Airbnb to get to the east side of Provo, and that's where Caribbean Cruising launches from. And it takes about 30 minutes to get to North Caicos, and from there, like really at the Bellevue landing, I think is the dock that you stop at. They have the car rentals right there. I think it was Al Car Rentals that we rented from. This is what we would truly recommend for everybody. Do the car rental, do the ferry, and you will not be disappointed.
Once we arrived in the North and Middle Caicos, we stopped, the very first stop, at Sandy Point. We loved Sandy Point. It was very calm waters, and there wasn't very many people there. So that's a great place to go for not very many crowds.
And there's this little trail just to the right of where we parked. It's like your own personal entryway to the beach access point there on Sandy Point. And I just thought it was a really neat location. Yeah. Quick stop to check out. We hung out for about a half an hour or so.
And then our second stop, we went to Three Mary Cays. And that took a little bit of time to get there. The road is very, very bumpy. We did have a small compact car, so we did take the trail. We just went very slow while doing it. But I would say it is well worth the trip. It's absolutely gorgeous. You'll be the only one there. And the water is breathtaking and beautiful. And then third, my all-time favorite is Pumpkin Bluff. It is absolutely breathtaking, beautiful. Water is completely clear. You can go out very far and it just be waist deep. And it's just the most beautiful view, in my opinion, on the Middle and North Caicos area.
Yeah, and I happened to take our drone up for some footage here, and as you can tell, the waters are just spectacular. But I happened to notice something jump out of the water, and so I was like, oh, I'm going to take my drone and check this out, but I'm pretty sure it's an eagle ray. And as you can see here in this footage, just a beautiful eagle ray just swimming nearby, and it's just so cool to see nature in their own natural environment.
Okay, and then next up is the Baracuda Beach Bar and Grill. This was one of our favorite places to eat just because it is right on the beach. You have the most beautiful view you could ever imagine. While you're waiting on your food, walk right out to the water or just sit there and relax and enjoy the beautiful view.
In order to get from North Caicos to Middle Caicos and vice versa, you have the Causeway. If you're already going to be renting a car for the day, definitely want to check out Middle Caicos and go through the Causeway Bridge.
Next up is the Mudjin Harbor. This is a great place to go. Beautiful water, beautiful cliffs that you can walk up through. And they also have a Mudjin Harbor Bar and Grill. And this is a great place to stop and eat. Really great food. It's just a beautiful spot to go.
And again, the Mudjin Harbor itself is just a great place. As far as the islands in general, out of all 3 islands we visited, they're going to have the highest cliffs there. Just relaxing and taking the views. We like this really cool location with the praying hands. Our girls thought that was neat. And you can take a trail down into the caves and then the beach. Just a unique opportunity to check out, especially if you're already going to make your way into Middle Caicos. Transitioning to Provo, we arrived later in the evening. We heard every Thursday evening they actually do an island fish fry there. So we wanted to check that out. A lot of food options, live music, and souvenir stores that you can purchase things to take with you. From our Airbnb to get to the beaches we wanted to see and explore, it took generally around 20 minutes to drive with our rental car to get to. So we did this pretty much on a daily basis. Starting with Smith's Reef, I highly recommend this location if you enjoy snorkeling. We had some really great views. It was a sunny day when we went and the wind wasn't too bad, and just a lot of scenery, a lot of nice reefs. You can go to your comfort level. I don't like going too far out in the ocean. I did take one of my daughters with me. We had this nice inflatable tire for them to just kind of rest and look as they wanted to underneath the water. So it's great for families and just a really cool experience to have them see the wildlife and all the reefs that we experienced. So again, highly recommend Smith's Reef, and we would absolutely do it again.
Next up is Leeward Beach. This was a great beach to go to. That seemed a little less crowded for sure. Very beautiful views. Would recommend going there.
The waters are just fantastic blues. The waves, you're not going to be able to see a lot if you try to snorkel. Essentially, this is where you just want to relax, listen to the waves, and just see the beautiful lagoon waters.
And this is a very easy beach to get to. The parking is very easy as well.
Yeah.
Hemmingway's on the beach. This is by far our favorite restaurant. It was great. You can sit towards the back of the restaurant, or you can sit closer to the beach seating. The food is wonderful. We ate there 3 times, I believe, because it was so good. Taylor Bay Beach. This was a great beach to go to. The one day that we went, the water was very calm. So this is a great beach, if you don't want the waves smacking you in the face, it's great for kids. You can go out pretty far and it'll be waist deep. Beautiful views. The water is gorgeous. It's very much like a swimming pool. And this beach is a little tricky to get to. So a lot of cars park in one area. You'll notice a bunch of cars parked on the side of the road. That'll indicate that you're pretty close. You can always ask someone walking if they can help you out.
Yeah, definitely a great location. Our girls loved it there, and it's just a nice time to enjoy some beach time with the family.
Omar's Beach Hut. This is a great place to go to if you go to like Taylor Bay Beach or Sapodilla Bay Beach. It's very close to there. It's a great restaurant. You're looking right at the water. You can go very far out in the sand with the water ankle deep.
So at the beginning of the video, we shared cost breakdown for the booking. We did not share with you to this point how much in total this trip costs. So here is the total price breakdown.
Winner!
For us, now this is all going to depend depending on your personality. For Chelsea and I, we love seclusion. So if you want seclusion, if you want hardly any traffic, then you probably are going to prefer to stay in either North or Middle Caicos. I mean, the congestion between the two islands. Now we went in the middle of February, and it could be one of the busiest times of the year there at Provo, but I'm telling you, it's night and day difference. The traffic can be crazy on Provo, and all the research that I did on YouTube, I didn't really get that impression until I was there, and I was like, whoa, there's actually a lot of traffic here. And when we went on the ferry and we explored the island, I mean, there was hardly like anybody on the roads. It was just like, whoa, it's just us. If we had to do this trip again, we would spend the majority of the time in our stay, North or Middle Caicos.
Yes.
But we would definitely reserve at least a couple of days to stay in Provo and see those beautiful beaches that we had the opportunity to see. I know we talked about if you're the type of family or person that wants to have that seclusion, we would obviously recommend North or Middle Caicos. However, if you're the type of family or person that enjoys just really staying at a resort, not really moving around a lot, and trust me, you don't really want to be driving a lot in Provo. There is some crazy traffic. The drivers are a little wild sometimes. They honk, like beep. And they don't even, like in America, they just lay on the horn, you know, when they're mad. You can't tell what it is. Beep can mean anything. It's like beep, beep, and it's like, what's going on?
Or beep, get out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, they have options. Yeah, it's more expensive, but if you have the budget to go ahead and get that transportation that you need so you don't have to get a car rental, especially if you're staying at a resort and that is more your personality, where you just want to relax and enjoy the resort, the amenities that they offer, and everything that comes with it. And I know some people do the all-inclusive route, which is totally cool. You would have a great time if you were somewhere near Grace Bay. Everybody that we saw there, they just went on about how they were having a great time. And
overall, safety-wise, I think that is probably the safest area to stay. That's not where we stayed, but obviously that is probably one of the safest areas for a family.
Yeah, we did have a great Airbnb host.
Yes.
But when we did first get there, we were like, oh, it kind of set the expectations down a little bit. It reminded us right away that we were not at a resort, 4 or 5 star resort. We were at an Airbnb, and so we kind of had to settle those expectations. And as long as you are aware or can get those expectations met, or set, I should say, you'll be fine. At least if you're the type that wants to save and have a little, a little flexibility in your budget. But if your budget allows, and you're the type of person that just loves the resort life, then somewhere in the Grace Bay Beach, you can't go wrong.
Overall, we loved our trip to Turks and Caicos. We'd probably go again in a few years, and we highly recommend it. And hope that you guys, if you are planning a trip, you can comment in the comments if you have any questions for us. And we hope this video is very helpful for you guys, and hope that you enjoy your trip to Turks and Caicos.
All right, take care. Oh, look what I found here. One of the best parts of going to Turks and Caicos, hey, they got the pina coladas, and the girls love them. So at least try one, maybe if you're not allergic to pineapple or coconut, but this coconut definitely loved it, and so did the girls. Anyhow,